We've seen the debate flare from time to time. I haven't heard it lately, but there used to be a pretty strong ISPs or some sort of centralized entity should take action to protect the rest of the internet from perceived irresponsible, I'm going to use an old term here, netizens, people connected
Oh,
to the internet. The idea was, in this case, for instance, that the ISPs or some central authority would be empowered to turn off the network connection of those who are using compromised, old, out of date, insecure technology to protect the rest of the network. I don't agree with that, by the way. I don't think that that is the way it should be done. Over time, it ebbs and flows, this strong argument of, there's all these botnets out there that are happening because of people's routers at home that aren't being updated. We can't just let people stay on the network with these hostile devices they don't know how to run, et cetera, et cetera. And I can see this playing back into that debate of what do you do in this case? And is there a responsibility of the ISP or some other government entity to take proactive action in these cases? I see compelling arguments on both sides. My viewpoint typically will fall on no. I don't want to force anyone to do anything, but I can see people argue very strongly that there's a responsibility if you're going to connect to the network, which affects everybody else, that you need to have to do the basics properly, which at the very least is run patched perimeter devices. I don't know. What do you think?
it's like so many things in life. You're not just hurting yourself. If you were, I think I would have less desire for somebody like an ISP to take action if it was only them that they could hurt, themselves that they could hurt. But the reality is that, like, the person that, or the entity that gets hurt the least seems like it's always the one that was hacked and saved money by not upgrading their firewalls. It's the people whose data got stolen. It's the other organizations who are attacked as a result of that, entity being hacked and so on. So I just don't know that we have incentives. I don't think the incentive structure is right. Like if you if you operate one of these things insecurely, what's the downside? Well, you have to pay a fine. Maybe you get sued. Maybe.
So maybe what we need to do is publicly shame and raise awareness. Like we could do something like Mothers Against Drunk Driving, but like Mothers Against Insecure Perimeter Devices, which just rolls off the tongue. Unpatched browsing is drunk browsing. I don't know. I'll work on it. I'll work on the slogan.